Testing 1, 2, check. Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground.
Not yet.
Yeah. How long have we got? G'day, mate.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning indeed. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good.
I go on holiday.
It's okay. YouTube पे जा रहे हैं ना? YouTube पे है ना? Audio check करो. Audio आ रही है?
Testing 1, 2, Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, Caravel All-Star Series.
Facebook बाद में कर लेना. ईशान पहले audio इसका करो. हाँ वही कर. YouTube पे जा रहे हैं ना? YouTube पे है ना? Audio आ रही है?
Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, Cricket Honk. Testing 1, 2. Good morning and welcome to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, the home of cricket in Hong Kong. Aaron Bush with you this morning for the Caravel All-Star Series. First up, it's the T20 final. It's the Under-13s All-Star Series. Hong Kong Islanders Under-13s versus New Territories Tigers Under-13s. New Territories Tigers have won the toss. They have elected to bat first. Just umpires out in the middle, ready. Hong Kong Islanders with the ball this morning. They're going to start bowling from the softball ground end. We're almost ready to get underway here. Here we go. It's the big final. First ball strays onto the thigh pad, whipped away just a square leg for a single. Some adjustments now. Right-hander comes on strike. Still one slip in place. At the moment, I can only see one outside the circle for the Islanders. Shuffling around to deep fine leg. Over the wicket this time. Again, it's punched through the field. It's got underneath. It's going to go all the way to the rope. That's the first boundary of the day. Territories get a boundary and move along to 5. Just to the left of the fielder at point there. Well played. Nice way to get off the mark. Ishan Dadlani on strike with that 4. An opening now at the other end for the New Territory Tigers. Viraj Rao. Vihan with the ball for the Islanders. Still making some adjustments. They've pushed the slip right back now under the circle. No run. Lovely day for cricket here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Bit of cloud cover to start with, but no rain on the horizon. Again in. That's a good delivery. Forced Ishan forward to defend. As we hear most mornings here at Ting Kwong Road, the birds are chirping. Picked up on the effects mic. You also should be able to hear the players out there in the middle. The young future stars of Hong Kong cricket. That one's going to be wide though. Umpire Niaz Ali raised the arms out. Vihan Upadi with the ball over the wicket. That was looking like the slower delivery, but he just got a bit loose. Again, straying outside the tram lines for another wide. He's going to remark his run up now. Good follow-up there after a couple of wides. Nice dot ball. One ball remaining in the first. Oh, it had him prodding outside off there. Dot ball to finish. That's the end of the first. The New Territories Tigers, 7 for the loss of no wicket after 1. Looks like Otis Lee with the ball, bowling from the commentary tent end. Being the under-13s, they're not used to having a commentator in the commentary tent. And as I said his name, he turned around and had a look. It was just me. Here he comes, around the wicket. Oh, it's a good delivery. Aimed it in, then shaped it away, got the edge. Just runs it down to third for a single. By Sheldon the Cruise there, just telling Otis, watch where you're walking on the pitch after you follow through. Brings Ishan Dadlani back on strike. He got off the mark with a very fine 4. Followed it up with 4 dot balls. Over the wicket this time, Lee. Another good delivery. Chopped up in the air, but falls short of the fielder at square leg. No slip in place, they're just shuffling the fielder that would be in slip around to a deepish gully. Lee in again, this one strays on the leg side, called wide, and they'll get through for a single as well. Just a little struggle there with the left-right combination. Going over the wicket. Ball shaping down leg side. And the left-handed Rao's back on strike. So Otis Lee will come around the wicket again. Slip in place this time. And good decision too. He's getting some good shape away from the left-hander. Ball fell just short of the keeper there, so takes a few steps forward. He troubled Rao with the first delivery of this over. Managed to get the edge, but they didn't have the slip in place. Second one beat the bat. I thought that was going to stray down leg, but it straightened. So just into the thigh pad. Tapped away on the leg side, another dot ball. Two balls remaining in this over. 3 off it so far, but 2 were from wides. Just the one fielder outside the circle at the moment for the Islanders. Another good delivery. Can't beat that fielder at point. They do get through for the single though. Well run. Running gets a round of applause from the Tigers teammates sitting on the rope on the Ting Kwong Road side of the ground. Lee, indeed, that's gone down leg side too. That will be needed to be rebowled. They have the backstop in place. Being under 13s, these kids are 10, 11, 12, some of them 13 before the season started. All learning the craft of cricket. Lee to Rao. That's a really good delivery. He's got the inside edge, but he's managed to chop it inside his pads, miss the stubs. Great delivery. End of the second over. New Territories Tigers are 13 for the loss of no wicket after 2. Nice run rate so far for the Tigers, going at 6.5 after 2. Bianu Padi will continue from the softball ground end, his first over. None for 7. Wicketkeeper shuffling the field there. A very, very fine deep slip. Almost behind the keeper in place. That's that slower ball. Vihan rolling it out of the back of the hand. That one he got nice and straight last over. Lost control. That was a good one. Right in the block hole. Ishan Dadlani on strike. That one's prodded out to point. I'm thinking about a run on a misfield, but we always know that's a terrible idea, so they stay in their place. Another dot ball. Ishan started with a very nice 4 through that region in the first over. The Tigers, the Islanders bowlers, I should say, have managed to pin him down since. That's going down leg. It's right up there again. And we'll get through for a single on top of the wide. Shuffling the field again for the left-handed Rao. He's on 3. At the moment, extras are being a little costly for the Islanders. Need to get their line and length correct. Early days, only in the 3rd over. Sun poking through the clouds now. Around the wicket. Oh, I think he got an edge. See if that's on off the bat. I think it was right at the toe of the keeper there. Indeed it was. Off the bat. Just didn't carry to the keeper there. Right down at the foot. Very difficult chance. You wouldn't put it down as a chance, but got the edge. That's what they'll be looking for. It's a big full toss. It's straight back at him. Oh, just a bump ball in front. Ishan Dadlani looked across to square leg to see if that was a legal full toss, and it was. Got it very high in the bat, almost poked it straight back to the bowler. Another full toss this time. Tries to smash it away on the leg side, but just a single. They've got lots of coverage inside the circle on both sides. One ball remaining in the 3rd. Brings Viraj Rao back on strike. He's on 4. Oh, that was a Yorker length there. Chopped it out. Into a short 3rd, no run. Dot ball, end of the 3rd over. New Territories Tigers 17 for the loss of no wicket. Otis Lee to continue from the commentary tent end. He's getting that shape into the right-hander and away from the left. Pinning them down. Lee into Dadani. Dadhani chops that through the offside, beats the infield. It's early morning here at Ting Kwong Road, so slows up just before the rope. And get back for two. Dadlani there. Nice stroke. A lot of players on that offside field inside the circle. Got a mid-off, extra cover, short cover, point, and a deep gully. Managed to beat them all, just short of the rope. As the day goes on, the outfield will fasten up here at Ting Kwong Road. I think that one's going to the boundary though. Yes, it is. 4 runs. Haven't seen a boundary since the first over, but very nice there. Down to the ropes. More valuable runs for the Tigers. They move to 23. And Dadlani's now into double figures. The angle that Otis Lee is bowling, straying onto the pads, can be an issue to the right-hander. That's a short bouncer. It's quick. I called just the one over the shoulder height. Legal delivery. It was quick, and one of those deliveries, don't hit me for 4 again. Lee to Dadlani. That one is the delivery. He bowls to the right-hander well. Starts it outside off, shapes it in towards that middle stump. Cramps the batter. New Territories Tigers, though, trucking along very nicely so far. No wickets down. Islanders will be looking for a breakthrough as soon as possible. 2 more overs in the power play after this delivery. Again, that's probably going to be wide. It is a lot of work to do for the backstop. It moved around to fine leg. Gets there though. Wide called, plus the single. 1 delivery still remaining in the 4th. And this has been a good battle. Lee versus Rao. As I said, the way he shapes the ball, moves away from the left-hander. They don't have a slip in place though. I would, but they don't. Good delivery right on the pads. Dot ball ends the 4th over. New Territories Tigers 25 for the loss of no wicket. Wind picking up here at Ting Kwong Road. Into the 5th over. Essa Muhammad has come into the attack from the softball ground end. First change in bowling for the Islanders. They'll be looking to make a breakthrough here. And straying down leg side. They're going to get another single on top of that. And so to Rao, right in the block hole. Well played though, chopped it out, pushed it down to mid-off, no run. Was late on that one, Rao. Got the bat down in time. Punched it out to point. Another dot ball. Again at that Yorker length. They're going to scamper through for a single. Shy the stumps. Missed, so they get through safely for a single. And so Mohammed so far trying to bowl that Yorker length. Mostly successful, apart from the one he pushed down leg side for a wide. Again, got that perfect length. Right in the block hole. Tough for the batters to get away. Just defending at the moment. No hurry for the Tigers at the moment. They're looking pretty. Get through the first 5 overs without losing a wicket. And also the power play. One more over remains. It's a little shorter. It's outside off. Swing and a miss. Dot ball to end the 5th over. New Territories Tigers 28 for the loss of no wicket. Change in bowling from the commentary tent end. Iqbal coming into the attack. Rao on strike. Last over of the power play. Iqbal over the wicket. Oh, he's beaten everything there. I'm not sure how it didn't hit the stumps. And he scampered through for a bye. Oof, that was a good first delivery there. Zaifa Iqbal beat everything, including the keeper. So they got through for the single. Brings Ishan Dadlani back on strike. He's on 11 from 18. A couple of fours in that. That one's straying down leg again. And the right-hander comes on. The way these bowlers from the commentary tent end are angling. Can stray down the leg side. Iqbal, that one more on the outside, protecting that wide delivery. Just punched a point, dot ball. Run rate for the Tigers, still well over 5, but it's come down from that high of 6.5 after the first 2 overs. That's a good delivery. That's the line and length that Iqbal will want to bowl to the right-hander. Dadlani just on the ground for a little bit. Chat with the umpire. Here's Ali at square leg. All good. We'll continue. Slight delay in play. Oh, needed a shoelace done, and it is done. Opening bowler Vihan Upati there, helping out Rao with his boot. That's managed to pierce the field this time. They should get two. They're just going to settle with this. Yes, they're coming back for the second. Chancing it on the arm and get through safely. Well run. There was always two in it. And 1 run short there. 1 run short. So they did get through for two, but they will not get two. False start there from Iqbal and continue on. 2 balls remaining in the last over of the power play. Right on the toes that time. Well fielded. Picked it up with the left. Shy with the right. That's Vihanapati again. Opens the bowling. Crackerjack in the field. 1 ball remaining at the 6th. Good over so far from Zaifa Iqbal. Just the 2 coming from it. He's wound up on that one. They're going to cut it off before the rope. Very close. Yes, they do. Just the single. Good fielding there from the Islanders. Keeping it down to a single. That is the end of the 6th over. New Territories Tigers 32 for the loss of no wicket. The power play is done. In this Caravel All-Stars Series under 13s T20 final, the Islanders have actually only ever put 1 player outside of the circle, so I'm not sure the end of the first power play is going to make much difference. Nice tight field. Mohamed Essa continuing from the softball ground end. Bowled his first over last time from this end. Nice one, just the 3 coming from it. Islanders, without getting a wicket, are starting to put some pressure on these batters. Bringing the run rate down at least. That's right on the toes, just chopped out to square leg. Well played by Dadlani there. We saw that in his first over. Mohamed Essa likes to bowl a Yorker. So far the Tigers openers of Dadlani and Rao have been up to the challenge. That's going to stray down leg, going to be a wide, just also the single. Biraj Rao back on strike. Playing the supporting role so far in the opening pair. It's the 5, but surviving out there already for over 6 overs. Wickets in hand, all important in T20. Get down to the final overs. Can hit big. Appeal for LBW. It wasn't a confident appeal. Not out, says umpire Ali. Oh, that's beaten everything. Good delivery. Unlucky not to get the edge and unlucky not to hit the stumps. Pushing it across the left-hander. Tigers batters have batted well. Islanders unlucky not to get a wicket early. There have been a few chances, half chances, and didn't quite carry chances. That's going to go well down leg side for a wide. All these wides making a lot of work for Younger Beer down here. Patrolling outside the circle. The number 3 jersey today. Change in field. Putting an extra player outside the circle now. One out at deep point. That's going to be wide again. Oh, there's a run, quick single. They get through. It's a good stop there from the keeper, but it was so wide that it just spilled behind him. They well run from the Tigers again, picking up these twos off the wides very nicely at the moment to keep the run rate charging along. Oh, that's got a huge inside edge. There's that Yorker length on middle stump. Chopped it out. French cut it down to short, fine leg. Gets through for the single. Ishan Dadlani back on strike. They know he likes to cut it and cut it powerfully, so they put the player back again on the deep point boundary. So just the 4 on the leg side now, including one behind the stumps, and there's that prod push out to the point position. He's got onto that one. That's definitely going to go down for 4. That's well played. It's also strong on that leg side behind square. Whipped it around the corner. It probably, if left it probably would have been wide, but he got a lot of it. Whipped around the corner for another boundary. That is the end of the 7th over. The New Territories Tigers 43 for the loss of no wicket. Zaifa Iqbal to continue from the commentary tent end. Got a very tidy first over as well. This is the 3 from it. He's bowling to Rao. He's now up to 6. Gives himself some room, punches it through the offside. It's going to be hard to cut off down there. No, yes, it's gone all the way. It was well timed, well played. Rao gave himself some room. Little risky. If he'd missed it, it was probably going to go onto the stumps, but he gives himself the room, punches it through a packed offside field and gets the boundary. That's his first boundary, and he moves to double figures now. Runs continue for the Tigers. Run rate dropped down to 5.33 a couple of overs ago. Now it's well back up. It's up to 6.5. Islanders making some more shuffles, pushing the offside out a bit towards the rope. Good comeback delivery there from Iqbal. Gets the dot ball. Oh, it's beaten everything again. Hands on head from Iqbal. How did that not hit the stumps, he says. It didn't. Rao survives. I've seen a few of them this morning. The Islanders not just unlucky not to get a ball onto the stumps. And as it is, no wickets down so far for the Tigers. Going for a quick single here. A direct hit might have been close, but it wasn't. So they get through for the single. Bring Dadlani back on strike. He's on 17. He's hit 3 fours, including that beautiful 4 at the end of the last over. He just whipped it off his pads behind square. Iqbal to Dadlani. fuller this time and just pushed onto the leg side by Dadlani. Dot ball. 1 ball remaining in the 8th. 5 off this over so far. Islanders will take that, especially as they almost got a wicket. Now the dangerous Dadlani's on strike. Moved a fair way. Dadlani originally lined up on that outside off stump. Ended up being called wide down leg. Need to re-bowl. Iqbal to Dadlani. That strained down leg as well. Nope, inside the playing line there. Dot ball, end of the 8th over. New Territories Tigers are 49 for the loss of no wicket. Good opening partnership here for the Tigers. Almost got the 50 up. 49 on the board already. They'll be very happy. Looks like we will have a change in bowling for the Islanders. Hamza Khan coming into the attack from the softball ground end. He'll be bowling to Rao, who's on 11. Rao is sizing up the field. Eyeing off the leg side towards Ting Kwong Road. And there is the leg side field. He's whipped it over the infield. Won't go all the way to the boundary. Apologies, the bowler. Change of ends from the softball ground end is Krish Karundia, and that's the 50 up for the New Territories Tigers. A nice 50, good opening partnership here for the Tigers. Krish coming in again from the softball ground end. It's quick, got a top edge. It could be a chance of a catch here. He's getting under it. What a catch! Great running back catch there. Islanders get their first wicket. That was not an easy catch from anyone, let alone the under-13s finals. Running back outside the circle, gets the catch. Big top edge, fast delivery there from Krish. And that's the end of Dadlani. A well-fought 17. They break the opening partnership. They get to 50, and the first wicket falls. Look at that running back catch. Absolute beauty of a catch there to get the first wicket. That's what they needed, the Islanders. They needed a miracle at some point because they weren't getting the wickets. They're just missing the edges, and then all of a sudden a big leg side top edge. Running back takes the catch. All the team come around and they know how good that catch was. We know how good that catch was sitting here in the commentary tent. They get the breakthrough. First wicket falls for the Tigers. Otis Lee with the catch there. He was unlucky not to get a wicket in his bowling. Now he takes the catch, gets the vital breakthrough. The dangerous Dadlani back in the sheds. Ishant Pandey coming out to the crease at number 3 for the Tigers. Be happy with what his openers have done. Put a good score on the board already, so he can add to that. Swinging a miss outside off. He's prodding at the ball like that. He won't put much more on the runs for the Tigers, but gets away with it. An early sighter. Krish Karundia again in from the softball ground end. And again, it's hit up in the air. It's just going to fall safe, though. Chris is actually making the batters struggle. It's coming onto the batters a little quick. It's the third time we've seen one skied. One's got a wicket and two have fallen safely so far. Still 2 balls remaining in this, the 9th over. 2 left-handers out there in the middle now with Pandey and Rao. One's right on the toes this time. Chopped out nicely from Pandey. Short again, this one. These shorter deliveries that Chris is bowling, the ones that are coming onto the back quicker than expected. That is the end of the 9th over. A successful one for the Islanders. The New Territories Tigers are 50 for the loss of 1 wicket. Change in bowling for the Islanders from the commentary tent end. It is Ian Godhanka, the number 13 on. And he bowls. It's a wide to start with, just a loosener. Two left-handers out there for the Tigers, Rao and Pandey. They're similar size, both left-handers. It's Rao on strike at the moment, Pandey at the non-striker's end. Ian now deciding to go around the wicket after that wind. It's probably wide again, yes it is. He's got the speed there, but just at the moment straying. Trying to figure out how to get the line correct for these left-handers. And to Rao, again called wide, and they will get through for a single here. 2 more on the board for the Tigers. So they said they get through for a single, but Ian Godhanka's got another left-hander on strike now in Pandey. Yet to have a legal delivery this over. Started with 3 wides. The length's there for Ian, it's just straying outside off. That's full and legal. Good delivery. That line and length is how you bowl death bowling in T20. Yorker length outside off. That's one on stumps, it's dropped high in the air. Could be a caught and bowled. Oh, there was 3 converging, there was no talking, and none of them took it. Gets away with it, Pandey's yet to get off the mark, and that one really should have been taken. 3 players coming. No calling. Ian was looking for the caught and bowled, but fell in the triangle of death. Comes steaming in again. It's just punched to point. This is the Cricket Hong Kong All-Stars Series, thanks to the marvellous sponsors that are Caravel, supporting junior cricket in Hong Kong. Big final T20 today. That's again in the air. This one should be out. It should be out. It's gone over the back of the head there. Just cleared the circle. It's been an eventful over for Ian Godhanka. Unlucky not to get 2 wickets. Started with 3 wides. Then he probably should have got Pandey out twice. Pandey now gets off the mark. Brings Rao back on strike. He's on 12. Angling into Rao. Gets the dot ball. A really good fight back here from Ian with the ball. That's very full. It's gone through the field there. Punch, it's not going to quite get to the rope. Was cut off a little bit there. Kept it to a single. That is the end of 10 overs. We're halfway done of this innings. New Territories Tigers are 55 for 1. Welcome back to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground for the Caravel All-Stars Series T20 final for the under-13s. Aaron Bush with you. It is the New Territories Tigers versus Hong Kong Islanders. If you're just joining us, the Tigers won the toss, elected to bat. We're halfway through their batting innings. 56 for 1 at the moment. Looking good for the Tigers. A few chances in that last over. Islanders will be looking to get another breakthrough. In this final 10, out there in the middle with the bat is Viraj Rao and Ishan Pandey. Looks like Krish Karundia will continue from the softball ground end, and why wouldn't he? got the breakthrough in his first over. So far, 1 for 1. It will be Rao on strike. He's on 13. Shuffling the field a little bit here, the Islanders. Ready to go. Christian to Rao. It's beaten him. Beaten him. Good delivery to start again. Rao has had a number of lives this innings so far. Just missing the outside edge or missing the stumps. That one missing both. Has a look around, resets. Corundia in again. And it's beaten him again. Krish racking up the dot balls. It was a run off his first delivery in the first over, and since then he's got a wicket, and it's all been dot balls. That's wrapped on the pads. Like going down leg, I'd suggest. It's the call. Might have got a bit of bat on it, inside edge. Another dot ball though. Just what the Islanders ordered. Tigers still 9 wickets in hand. And that's beaten everything again. One of the Islanders players is down on the ground, a beer near the commentary tent. Can't believe that wasn't a wicket. Ralph survives again. It's beaten him again. This is a great over from Krish. 5 dot balls. The right-hander to the left-handed Rao. It's hard to get the angle to get the stumps. This one's chopped up in the air. It's a chance for a catch. He's got it. Gets another wicket at the last ball of his second over. That's the second wicket to fall for the Tigers. They're 56 for 2. Viraj Rao out for 13. Lived dangerously that over. Eventually decided to attack, and he's chopped it up in the air to mid-off. Takes the catch. Second wicket falls. That's a wicket maiden for Krish Corundia. 2 overs. He's got 2 wickets. Just the 1 run. And some good figures for him, and a vital breakthrough for the Islanders. See the Manhattan there. There was some good scoring early on for the Tigers. The Islanders have fought back lately, including that maiden right at the end. Good catch there from Vianampati to get the wicket. There's 2 number 1s for the Islanders, which confused me earlier, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say this one is definitely Hamza Khan, given the other number 1. Karundi was bowling from the other end just then. Don't change in bowling for the Islanders. Khan over the wicket. It's going to be very wide down leg. New batter is Pereira. I should say the new batter is Luke Burnett. The number 19 for the Tigers. He's at the non-striker's end. The left-handed Pandey is on strike to Khan. Khan in again. That's on the leg side again, called wide. They'll get through for an extra as well. Brings Luke Burnett on strike to face his first delivery. Hamza Khan's leg spin. The line should be better to the right-handed Burnett. Islanders just adjusting the field. They had two on the rope on the leg side, but they're bringing one across from the rope to the offside. Otis Lee just shuffling across the field there. And that's a good delivery from Khan. Burnett come forward to defend. Inside the tram lines this time for the right-hander. Dot ball. It's beaten him. Good spin. And it didn't get to the... Drop the ball there. Moved away from him. Another dot ball. 2 balls remaining in the 12th over. That's lofted in the air safely. They'll get through for a single. Burnett will get off the mark. And Pandey will be back on strike. The left-hander Khan struggled with early in this over with his line. And the spin, just pushing it down leg. If he starts this one a bit further outside off. He does not. Gets away with it though. Dot ball to end the 12th over. The New Territories Tigers are 60 for the loss of 2. You can see there on the worm, it's starting to flatten out a bit for the Tigers. They were going at over 6.5 and over just a few overs ago. Islanders have pegged it back with those 2 wickets now. Run rate of 5. 8 overs remaining. Still 8 wickets in hand for the Tigers though, so plenty of batting to come. Muhammad Ali coming into the attack from the softball ground end. Luke Burnett on strike. He's on 1. Right arm over. It's called wide, 2 wide outside off there. The start of delivery. We've seen that a fair bit in the final so far. It's going to be very close to wide again, and it is. That's better, and it gets him prodding forward. Popped up in the air to a short point, but there was no short point there. Player was back on the rope at deep points, so Burnett gets another single. Pandey back on strike now. Ishan Pandey on 1. Bazar Ali going around the wicket now for the left-hander. That's going to be wide. Similar line to what he was bowling to the right-handers. This time the left-hander, you stray anything down leg, you're going to get called for wide, so Muhammad's going to have to adjust that for the left-hander. It's going the same direction, but this time Panday gets some bat on it. They get around for a single. Not looking for the two. Good over so far for the Tigers. Two new batters out in the middle, so they'll be looking to form a partnership with under 8 overs to remaining. A deep extra cover in place on the Ting Kwong Road side of the ground. That's a better line and length from Mohammed there. He's got that one nice and straight. Inside edge from Burnett. No run, dot ball. Again, that's much better. It's popped up in the air. 2 bounces to mid-off. They get through for a good single. Well run there from the Tigers. Not looking at boundaries at the moment, so every single counts. Back around the wicket to the left-handed Ishan Pandey. It's in the air, there's a player out there, but it's going to go over his head. 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces over the rope. Just saying that there wasn't any boundaries lately. Pandey delivers, hits it over the top of the fielder, who was a few steps inside the rope. Had he been standing directly on the rope, it probably would have fallen straight into his mitts. They've corrected that now, the Islanders, made sure that deep square leg is right on the rope. 1 ball remaining in the 13th. It's a much straighter delivery there from Abuzar Ali to end the over. Dot ball. That is the end of the 13th over. The Tigers are 70 for the loss of 2 wickets. Hamza Khan to continue from the commentary tent end. Luke Burnett on strike. He's moved to 3 now. More shuffling of the field for the Islanders. Pushing a deep mid-wicket to the rope. And a deep extra cover. A few steps inside the rope. Full. Punch straight back down. Bit of foot fielding there from Khan. Dot ball. It's almost the perfect length there to the right-hander. Just a little full. That one's better. Gets a top edge. Chance of a catch. It's juggled. It's gone. Gets the 3rd wicket. Good ball there from Khan. Hamza Khan pitches it up. Makes Luke Burnett play at it. Gets the top edge. Side of the bat. Up it pops. Not sure if that was Otis Lee there taking the catch, but gave everybody on the field for the Islanders a bit of a heart attack as it bobbled up the first time, but managed to get it on the second go, and the 3rd wicket falls. New Territories Tigers are 70 for 3. Second catch there for Otis Lee for the Islanders. Did a good job with the ball to open up, and now he's taken 2 catches in the field. Oh. Seth Pereira coming out to the crease for the Tigers. Starts with a swing and a miss. can see in Hamza Khan's first over, he much preferred bowling to the right-handers, and he got the wicket. Another right-hander out there in. Leading edge there. Gambers through, he's looking for a second. That is well run. Khan in again to Pereira. Gets much better purchase on that one, but straight to Otis Lee, fielding in short there. Khan again. Prods at that one, Pereira misses it. Dot ball, that is the end of the 14th over. New Territories Tigers are 72 for 3. A successful over there for Hamza Khan. And for the Islanders, they're really putting the pressure on now. Remember that opening stand for the Tigers was 50. Since then, they've lost 3 for 20-ish. Ishan Pandey is on strike. He's been out there for 13 deliveries already. Otis Lee coming back into the attack. Change of ends for him. He opened bowling from the commentary tent end. He's coming in from the softball ground end this time. Two overs, none for 14. I suggest his bowling was better than that. There's a few wides in there, but he also was shaping and moving the ball around. And he's going to attack the middle order of the Tigers from the softball ground end. It is Lee to Pandey. It's very full, hit straight back at him. Otis needed to be about a foot taller there. Would have got a caught and bowled, but it's flew over his head. Bit of a loose first delivery, full toss. Pandey didn't manage to get all of it. Got enough to hit it over the bowler's head and survive. And again around the wicket to the left-hander. That's a good delivery, top edge. This should be a catch as well. It's just gone over the head and might run all the way down to the rope there. It does. 4 runs, fortuitous 4 runs there for the Tigers. Ishan Pandey gets a life and moves to 10. As I said, Otis Lee, who's taken 2 catches for the team, has been unlucky in his bowling so far today. That's another one right on the inner circle. Got hands to it. Wasn't running back just quick enough to glove it cleanly, and after that, outfield seems to have sped up a little bit. Lee continues. That's going to be a wide. It's been a feature today. The left-handers of the Tigers have troubled the bowlers of the Islanders. Just getting the line correct. The adjustment, especially Otis Lee at the moment, is bowling around the wicket, so that angle is always heading towards leg stump. Do think if he starts it outside off, shapes it in, he might get a wicket. That one's outside off, wide, over adjusted. Valuable runs for the Tigers. They'll take them any way they can at the moment. Keeping that run rate over 4. The Wasp projector at the moment for the Tigers. They're looking at 123, which would be a very, very good score. That's a good delivery. Manages to get the edge on it. Yes, no. Sent back. Think if that one didn't get some bat on it, might have rattled the stump. So that's the line and length that Lee is looking to bowl. As I said with other bowlers as well, though, to the left-handers, when you're bowling this around the wicket angle, it's tough to hit the stumps. That's going to be wide. Again, down leg. We'll see how costly that drop catch was this over. At the moment, now Lee's managing to lose his line and getting a bit loose. Now 21 off his bowling so far. That's the toe of the bat. They're going to run for a single. That's a direct hit. That is out. That is out. It was a great throw from the field. It was a yes-no to start with from the Tigers. They eventually ran for it and it was very close in the end, but right there, direct hit, side on almost. What a great throw in from the field. And that's the 4th wicket to fall for the Tigers. They're 79 for 4. And the dangerous Ishan Pandey is out for 10. Apologies, Pandey was the one that hit it, so he ran to the other end. It is Pereira that was run out. So Pereira has to go back to the dugout. James Walker comes to the crease. There was some indecision on that running and it ended up costing the wicket for the Tigers. Zaifa Iqbal with the throw in right on the stumps. I think it had to be a direct hit. If it wasn't, he was going to be safe, but it was, and the 4th wicket falls. Lee back over the wicket to Walker. Just inside the tram lines there. Swing and a miss. Dot ball. 1 ball remaining in this, the 15th over. Oh, it's angling in, cramped him. Again, some indecision on the running there, but they say in that crease, that is the end of the 15th over. The New Territories Tigers are 79 for 4. 5 overs remaining. Looking at the scorecard there, we can have a quick look through. Opener Biraj Rao was out for 13. Ishan Dadlani, top scorer at the moment with 17. Pandey coming in at number 3. He's still out there in the middle on 10, not out. Luke Burnett just managed to get 3 before he was caught. And Seth Pereira, we just saw in the last over, run out for 2. 79 for 4, 5 overs remain. Hamza Khan continuing from the commentary tent end. He's bowled 2 overs, 1 for 6. We have said, though, with the left-hander still out there of Ishan Pandey, Khan has struggled with his leg spin, tends to push it down the leg side to the left-hander. So we need to start this one outside off. Chopped out there. Fielded by Lee. Getting at a shortage square leg. Mid-wicket, short mid-wicket probably. Khan to Pandey. That's a great delivery. It's bowled him. Got straight through the gate. That's the length and the line that Khan was looking for. In the first over, he struggled. He pushed it down leg side. That time, started it out on the off stump. Just dragged it back in with the leg spin, hit the middle stump, and Pandey has to go. He's out for 10. And that's the 5th wicket to fall for the New Territories Tigers. They're 79 for 5. Faizan Mohammed coming to the crease for the New Territories Tigers. Their team now 5 down. The Wasp projector has now dropped down to 111. Second wicket there for Hamza Khan as well. Very fired up and just got a little bit out of whack on his run in and pulls out. Counting the field at the moment. 3 outside the square. That's going wide, very wide, and it might race down to the rope. There's a long boundary down there. I think it's been cut off. They just get the extra single on top of the wide. Doesn't get off the mark, Faizan Mohammed, but does get down the non-striker's end, bringing James Walker on strike. He's faced 2 deliveries, yet to get off the mark as well. Punch through the offside. Would likely have been wide had he left it, but getting a bit of bat on ball. Always good when you're coming new to the crease. That's a top edge, that could be a chance. Oh, it's just fallen short, just to the right there. Islanders now moving the players in closer on that offside. Chance for catches. Again off the toe of the bat. Straight to Otis Lee, dot ball. Just the one wide coming off this over so far for Khan, and he got the wicket. He's beaten everything there. Good delivery to finish off dot ball. That is the end of the 16th over. New Territories Tigers are 81 for 5. You see that run rate? It's just been pretty flat throughout the day. It started strongly. They were going at 6.5s and the like in the first 2 overs, but since then the Islanders have fought back and getting wickets at a steady pace, which obviously will bring the run rate down as new batters come out. Both of these out there in the middle yet to get off the mark. Faizan Mohammed will be on strike. Rishi Bhutani coming on from the softball ground end. First time today. 4 overs remaining, getting into the death overs. Projected down to 110 now for the Tigers, but some big hitting could push them past that point. They will like to get into triple figures at least. Remembering that the Tigers were none for 50 at one point. That's going to be a wide. And they get the extra 2. Good running there from Faizan and Walker. It's the second time that Faizan's had a run, but it doesn't go on his score, so he's still technically not faced a legal delivery. Walker on strike. He's yet to get off the mark as well. Punched away on the offside. Very tight offside field now for the Islanders, surrounding the batters. Even on the leg side as also, they've got in close catching positions. A short square leg. Short, wideish mid-wicket as well. That's a good delivery. Gets the leading edge. They will get a run. There's a chance. A direct hit might have been interesting. They're going to get overthrows here, though. Maybe even 2 extra. They might get 2. Yes, they're coming back for the second overthrow. 3 off the bat there. It's the first time we've seen some not so great backing up from the Islanders, and well run. Walker gets off the mark with a 3. It was a risky 1, but manages to get 3 in the end. Now the Islanders spread the field. Those catching positions in close are now out on the rope. Tries to guide it, edge it. Oh, they're going to go for a single. They'll get through. Well run there from Walker. Called it early. Kept going. By Faizan has now run 3 while he's been facing deliveries and yet to get off the mark. 2 wides and run through there for a bye. All the runs count though for the Tigers. Keep the run rate ticking over. Oh, it's lofted. Manages to punch it through the offside though. Gets through for another single. Said this earlier, if the boundaries aren't coming, the singles are vital for the Tigers, and they're running well at these two at the moment. Faizan Mohammed and James Walker. They've moved to lucky 88. Rishi Bhutani again. That's a good delivery. Just straight down leg. It thought it was aiming in on the stumps, but he's just pushed it down leg side. Another extra on the board. Islanders with a deep square leg, deep mid wicket. A wideish long on. Oh, he's whipped that away very nicely. That's the way to get off the mark there, Faizan Mohammed. After all those dot balls and running on wides and byes, he has just wound up on that and belted it through the offside. There was no stopping it. Had players everywhere, but came off the middle of the bat, raced away to the rope for 4. Getting off the mark in style, Faizan Mohammed. On the offside, they've got a deep point and a wideish long off, but managed to split the two of them. Race to the boundary for 4. 1 ball remaining in the 17th. Rishi Bhutani. And that's just towed to the offside. Tip and run style. Well run. End of the over. New Territories Tigers 94 for 5. 3 overs remain. 18 legal deliveries. The Wasp moves back up to a projected score of 117. Looks change in bowling again. Does look like Krish Karundia might be coming on from the commentary tent end this time. He's bowled 2 overs, 1 maiden, 2 wickets for 1 run. That's the kind of bowler you want in the death overs. That 1 run in his 12 balls came off the first delivery. And after that, it's dots and wickets. He was successful twice from the softball ground end, but now he's moved down to the commentary tent end. Faizan Mohammed will be on strike. He's on 5 after that flary, flashy, beautiful cover drive for 4. Lots of protection on the leg side for the Islanders. Square leg, deep mid wicket. Karundia, very full. Wrapped him onto pads. They get through for a bye. Leg bye it will be. Going down leg. It was a full fast delivery and cramped up Faizan Mohammed there, but off the pads safely. Gets through for a single, brings Walker back on strike. They shuffle the field for him. I think they have almost every player inside the circle and a fairway inside the circle looking for a catch close, but he again, like a jackrabbit, tip and run, hits off the bat and gets down the other end very safely. Nice little partnership forming here for the Tigers. Faizan Mohammed and James Walker. 17 already. 19, I should say. And that's a big swing. They got players out there. Gets down, fields it nicely. This is the single. Didn't quite come out of the middle of the bat, but lofted over on the leg side. Lots of people on the field, on the rope out there, as I suggested last time when Faizan was on strike. And they move everybody back inside the circle for James Walker. Again, the tip and run. He gets through safely. They know that seems like Walker's what he's going to do today. Get bat on ball and run. So they have been moving every fielder right inside the circle. But he still manages to rotate the strike. Let's missed everything there. I think that might go down for 4. 4 byes it is. Unlucky not to hit the stumps, but missed the stumps, missed the keeper, and 4 byes it is. And that's the 100 up for the New Territories Tigers. They are 102 for 5. We have 13 balls remaining. So I say this is a handy little partnership in the middle order here for the Tigers. Last wicket fell on 79, so they're up to 23. Oh, he's got an inside edge. They've got the fielder back on the rope now down there, so they'll just get the single. That is the end of the 18th over. The New Territory Tigers are 103 for 5. And we pull up the partnerships there. You can see that huge opening partnership between Rao and Dadlani. Really put the runs on the board there for the Tigers, and the Islanders have fought back. But this handy 24-run partnership now between James Walker and Faizan Mohammed doing the job for the Tigers. It's game on. We have 2 overs remaining, 12 balls. The Wasp is back up to 119. Zaifa Iqbal coming back into the attack. He's bowling from the softball ground and 2 overs so far. No wickets for 9. Faizan Mohammed on strike, 7 from 7. It's what you want, strike rate of 100 at this time of the game. Iqbal to Faizan. It's short, it's outside off, it's top edge, it's gone over, well over the top of the infield. Did that go all the way? No, a few bounces. That's a very long boundary down there. And big 4 though. He knows there's only 12 balls remaining. It's time to go big, and to go big he did. Faizan Mohammed, his second boundary. He moves to 11. Iqbal in again. That's short outside off, called wide. That's probably going to be very close to 4 byes. Might get cut off. They get the extra 4 wides, I should say. They're coming back for a second. Well run again. Wides plus a couple of extras on top. Handy runs for the Tigers. Of course, Iqbal will need to re-bowl. Still 11 balls remaining in the Tigers' batting innings. That's wound up on as well. It's going to clear the field. That'll be another boundary. Put another 4 in the book for Faizan Mohammed. That's his 3rd boundary. He moves to 15 now. That Wasp projected score keeps going up and up and up. It's up to 128 now. Still 10 balls remaining. Islanders at a little bit of a loss at the moment on how to stem the flow of runs. Iqbal's bowling probably a little bit too short and too far outside off, giving Faizan Mohammed a lot of time to view the ball and then smash the balls. And they've put a player back out there on a Whitey's long off. They've got the long on the boundary as well. A lot of reactive field places. They've put places where the ball's already gone before. Iqbal in again. This one's full. Strays onto the pads, whipped around the corner. Work to do. going to cut it off. Dives, yes, gets down to it. They've got 2. They're just going to be happy with that 2 runs. Hanger there doing the fielding, running around a long way from fine leg. Gets a round of applause from his team. Saved 2 runs. Adjustment now from Iqbal with the ball. Zaifa Iqbal is going to go around the wicket to Faizan Mohammed. And wound up on that one. They do have protection out there on the rope, so it should just be a single, and it is. Thinking about running on the overthrow. Decided not to. So we have 8 balls left of the Tigers batting innings. James Walker comes back on strike. The Islanders know what he's going to do. He's going to get bat on ball and get down the other end for the big hitting Faizan Mohammed. So all the players come inside the circle. Literally all the players for the Islanders inside the circle. Called wide, yeah, left alone by Walker. He knew that was very wide. Another extra on the board. Still 8 legal deliveries left. And straight on the pads, and he's gone over the infield, running it down towards the rope. Is it going to get there? I think it might get there. Did it stop just inside the rope? They're going to come back for a very well-run 3, though. It's not a very long boundary down there. Well run, 3 runs on the board. And that also, of course, will get Walker off strike, bringing Faizan Mohammed with 3 boundaries. Iqbal into Faizan. That's a good length delivery, but he's got underneath it. It's going to go all the way as well. Another 4 runs for the Tigers. That is the end of the 19th over. The NT Tigers are 125 for 5. There's a fuller delivery that time from Iqbal. He'd been bowling very short, but that time he's just put it in the slot for Faizan Mohammed. Whipped it away on the leg side over the rope for 4. And he's now moved to 22 and is the top scorer for the New Territories Tigers. 22 off 12, mind you, going at a strike rate of 183. That's some T20 hitting for the Tigers. 1 over remains. 6 legal deliveries. A little mid-wicket conference between batters, Faizan Mohammed and James Walker. Walker's done a very good job at the other end. He's 9 off 12. But he's just been pushing around the singles and rotating the strike. Vihan Upati to bowl the final over for the Hong Kong Islanders. James Walker on strike. Again, every fielder, there's 1 fielder outside the circle at the moment, a deep fine leg. Everybody else inside the circle. Vihan to James Walker, outside off. It didn't bounce very much, stayed very low. Dot ball, valuable dot ball for the Islanders. 5 balls remain. It's wide outside off, chopped up in the air. Oh, it's dropped there. That could be very costly. Wasn't a hard catch. Chopped up in the air. He's trying to get it over the infield. That player was back on the circle. Pretty much went straight to him. And it dropped down onto the ground. Walker gets a single, gets a life, and brings Faizan Mohammed back on strike. As I said, 22 off 12 so far. So the Islanders are not putting everybody in the circle for this guy. Pretty much everyone is back. Everyone that's legally allowed to be on the rope is back on the rope. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on. Deep cover. And a fine leg down on the rope. Vihan getting his stride out of whack. 4 balls remaining. Where can the Tigers end and set a target to win this Caravel All-Stars Series T20 Under-13s final? It's a good delivery, but it's gone. That's gone all the way. That is out of here. Huge 6. Floated it up again, put it in the slot, and Faizan Mohammed has just belted that all the way over into the scorer's box. That's a huge 6, and that brings up the 50 partnership for these two now. 53 between James Walker and Faizan Mohammed. Faizan Mohammed moves to 28 off 13. Strike rate 215. Vihan in again. He's wound up again, got a huge inside edge. They are going to get a single. They're going to try on the arm, chance the arm. They're going to come back for a second, and they get through. Another 2 runs on the board. Ooh, it's all happening. This final death over. The Caravel All-Stars T20 Under-13s final. It's the Hong Kong Islanders bowling. The New Territory Tigers batting. They have 2 more deliveries to face. They're already into the 130s. Behind again. Oh, it's chopped it on. That's the end of a fine innings for Faizan Mohammed. He's out for 30. 30 off 15 deliveries. Went at a strike rate of 200. Put the runs on the board for the Tigers, but he's chopped that one on straight onto the off stump, and he's got to go. Vihan Upati gets the wicket. It's a good delivery. Full of length outside off. Faizan Mohammed slashing at it, but could only managed to get an inside edge. Chopped it onto the off stump. That's the 6th wicket to fall for the Tigers. They're 134 for 6. Just the 1 ball remaining now. 1 legal delivery, that is. Sajjar comes out of the crease, gets a full toss for the final delivery. They scamper through for a single. That is the end of the innings for the New Territories Tigers. After 20 overs, they have scored 135 for 6. The Hong Kong Islanders will require 136 for victory. That's a big target for the boys to chase down. Hong Kong Islanders will come out shortly to bat and see if they can get there. Huge final partnership there between James Walker and Faizan Mohammed doing the damage for the Tigers. 135 on the board. We'll just run through the batting card for the Tigers. The opening batters of Viraj Rao and Ishan Dadlani put some good runs on the board to start with. Rao eventually out, caught Vihan, bowled Krish for 13. Ishan Dadlani caught by Otis Lee off the bowling of Krish for 17. Ishan Pandey came in and handy knock at number 3 until he was bowled by Hamza Khan for 10. Luke Burnett didn't last long, out there for 9 deliveries, got 3 runs on the board until he was caught by Otis Lee off the bowling of Khan. Seth Pereira was unfortunately run out, a great direct hit there from Iqbal Huzaifa, out for 2. James Walker held his bat at the end, out for 10, a handy 10 off 14. And he was out there in the middle with Faizan Mohammed, top scorer for the Tigers, until he was eventually bowled in the final over, chopping on from Vihan. A very nice 30 off just 15 deliveries, 4 4s and 1 6 in that. And at the end, Sajjad just faced the 1 delivery, got the single, and put the single on the board to get to 135 for the Tigers. For the bowling for the Hong Kong Islanders, opening the bowling was Vihan Upati. He bowled 3 overs, got that wicket in that final over, 1 for 21. Otis Lee, unlucky, he bowled 3 overs, didn't manage to get a wicket in the end. No wickets, there was a run out in his over though, none for 21. Esa Mohammed, 2 overs, none for 14. Iqbal Huzaifa, 3 overs, none for 31. Krish Karundia, though, he bowled exceptionally, went, well, pick of the bowlers, you'd say. 3 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 5. Ayan Godhanga just bowled the 1 over, none for 6. Hamza Khan also got 2 wickets for the Islanders. He bowled 3 overs, 2 wickets for 8. Abuzar Ali just bowled the 1 over for none for 10. And Rishi Bhutani, 1 over, none for 12. So that's the tale of the tape. We're at the break stage now, coming out shortly. The Islanders will be batting. Was a game that the New Territory Tigers decided to bat when they won the toss, and the Islanders will require 136 for victory. Join us after the break. Still making some adjustments. They've pushed the slip right back now under the circle. No run. I think that one's going to the boundary though. Yes, it is. Quick got a top edge. There's going to be a chance for catch. He's getting out. That catch to get their first wicket. That's not an easy anyone, let alone the under 13s finals. Running back outside the circle. And that's the end of that line. A well fought 17. They break the opening partnership. They get to 50 and the right-hander to the left-handed Rao. It's hard to get the angle to get the stumps. This one's another wicket at the last ball of his second over. That's the second wicket. Grim Hyder. Brazali on strike. They've got that deep square leg and they're pushing back a deep fine leg on the boundaries. Just the two outside the circle. No, they're moving a third. Deep extra cover just on the rope. Burnett into Ali. Fast and wild, just inside the tram line. Stop ball to start with. Really threw that one down hard. Short of a length. It's towed up in the air. It could be a chance. It's a great catch. Walker takes the catch. Bennett gets the breakthrough. Ali has to go for 6. That's the third wicket down now for the Hong Kong Islanders. They're 27 for 3. Big breakthrough with the change of bowling from the commentary tent and Luke Burnett comes on. It was right there on middle stump. Ali scooped it up in the air. Walker's scurried around behind the bowler, behind the umpire, takes the catch and gets the third wicket for the Tigers. Islanders in all sorts of trouble now, 27 for 3. Still require another 109 runs, just 7 wickets in hand now. Faizan Mohammed coming out to the crease for, sorry, I've got the wrong sheet up. It is Ayan Godhanka coming out to the crease for the Islanders with a lot of work to do now. Patani's been out there from the beginning, but he keeps losing partners at a regular rate. Burnett into Ayan. He gets his run up a bit mixed up and will re-step it out. First delivery from Burnett was a little wild outside off, but that second one was right on the money, right on middle stump. Forced Ali to play and he scooped it up in the air. Mid-off, Walker ran around, took the catch. Burnett, that's wide outside off again, another dot ball. Two dot balls on a wicket this over for the Tigers. Just what the Tigers would like. Not so much good news, of course, for the Hong Kong Islanders. This is the Caravel final, T20 final for the under-13s. No second chances today. Oh, that's very nicely played there by Ian. Punched it backward of point. We're going to get at least 2 out of it. Nice way to get off the mark. Burnett into Ian Godhunga. Swing and a miss outside off. Another dot ball. Ian was looking like he was practicing playing that one as a pull shot, but it was that well outside off. I think they've pushed the player back at deep backward point now, so he's seen that the shot that he played first time maybe isn't on. Burnett. Very full, going down leg, wide. He's going for the Yorker length there, but just pushed it down leg side. Need to re-bowl his final delivery of his first over. So far it's successful and good one. It's the 3 from it after 5 deliveries and got the wicket. Another one, good delivery outside off. Another dot ball. That is the end of the 7th over. Hong Kong Islanders 30 for 3. Still requiring 106 runs for victory. 13 overs remain. Required run rate now over 8. 8.2 for the Islanders. A lot of work for Bhutani and Ian Godhunga out there in the middle. Need to form a partnership. We saw 2 good partnerships from the Tigers. Both 50-run partnerships at the beginning and end of the innings. So far, that hasn't managed to happen for the Islanders. Not really ever getting a partnership start. Maybe it's these 2 that can form one. Change of bowling from the softball ground, and looks like Hamza Iqbal. Rishi Bhutani on strike, 10 from 14. Hamza coming over the wicket. The deep fine leg and a deep cover on the boundary, and also a deep square leg. And that's where that ball is going. It'll just be the single. Still hear the Tigers on the effects mic. The team's up and about. They know they've got the Islanders on the ropes here at the moment. 31 for 3. Strained down leg for a wide. Hamza again, that's a better line and length. Onto the thigh pad, trickled round the corner. A lot of work to do for the deep square leg to run in for the single, cut it off, just the one. Brings Ian Godhunga on strike. He's wound up on that one. It's cleared the infield. I don't think it's going to go all the way to the rope, is it? It's just going to be cut off. Good diving effort there. Keeping it to 2. Saved 2 runs. Not the longest of boundaries out there, so it was a good run in. Went over his head. Chased it down, flicked it back in. Kept it to 2. Nice stroke though there. Also, that was Bhutani actually. They have a player waiting just for that stroke there at a leg gully. No run. Again, bowling from the softball ground end. The pitch is just a little short of a good length, sticking in the wicket. The batters are tending to get onto the ball before it gets to them. Playing through a bit early. Fuller this time. Chopped over the infield. It's not going to go to the boundary either, but they'll get through for the single. It's quite a spongy outfield here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Spongier than I normally see. So it's not as fast running to the rope, especially if it's chopped in the air. And rotating the strike well here, the Islanders. Ayan and Rishi getting some runs on the board. Umpire Zali just holding possession up here because the Tigers were changing field positions as the bowler was running in. I think it's because there's an injury. Looks like James Walker's got an injury to his hand. He's just asking the umpire if he could go off. Fair enough. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain there, so he's going to go off and get some treatment. As both teams only have 11 players today, being a public holiday Easter Monday. The good sports that they are here in cricket, Hong Kong, all the team's friends. One of the Hong Kong Islanders players has come onto the field to replace James Walker. It's Shrut Italia. You can see on the screen he will be crossing across in the Islanders jersey. Luke Burnett to continue from the commentary tent and successful first over, 1 for 3. Just looking across, see James Walker getting some ice on that wrist. Being taken in, get some treatment done. Hopefully he's okay. Can come back out, but Luke Burnett continuing. Rishi Butani on strike, he's on 14. That one is wide. Luke Burnett has been toying with that wide line on the outside off. That one pushed it too far. It's a good spot to get dot balls, but if you just miss the target a little, you can give away the wide. At the moment, the Tigers are keeping the run rate under control. Islanders at 4.6. Required is now up to 8.3. Burnett in again. That's a better line and length. This onto the thigh pad. Quick single. Underarm throw. Not out. Well run. Early call there. Gets through for the single. Gadhanga was at the non-striker's end. He called that one nice and early. Knew he was running to the danger end. And got there in the end. At the moment, doesn't look like we'll see Walker back on the field for a while. He's got his wrist all iced up. Talking with the coach. We'll continue with the spare player on the field. That's right on the toes, that one. Chopped out there nicely by Ayan. Necessary, as it probably would have rattled the stumps. Oh, he's got a top edge on that one. As Burnett just couldn't get to it. It's popped over his head. Follow through, bowling fast. He just couldn't pivot quick enough to get back to it. It's a good delivery. Put it in short. Tempted Ayan to have a swing at it. Got it on the top of the bat. It's popped up over the top. Fuller this time. Swing and a miss. Another dot ball. No slip in. If he gets the edge though, most likely would race away for 4. Keeper Rao is right up to the stumps, so any edge is going to be a difficult take for the best of keepers in the world. Didn't see many edges in the first innings, apart from the inside edges. That's another swing and a miss. Great delivery. Fuller length, outside off, another dot ball. 3 wickets down already. The Tigers really don't have to pressure for too many more wickets, especially if they're bowling dot balls like this. Just keep making that required run rate creep up and up and up. They may end up lifting the trophy at the end of today, the Caravel Under-13s T20 final trophy. Oh, he took a long step out there, Burnett. Cannot believe that did not hit the stumps. He's missed everything. That is the end of the 9th over. The Islanders, 38 for 3. They require another 98 runs for victory. The required run rate, 8.9 now. 11 overs remain. He did say that Botani and Iron would need to stay out there, form a partnership, and so far they're doing okay. 11 runs between the two of them. Pretty much the average of the wickets falling today for the Islanders. Hamza Iqbal will continue from the softball ground end. His first over, none for 6. Rishi Botani on strike, 15 from 19. He's continued to keep the runs ticking over. He's held his bat, opened the batting for the Islanders today. It's in his hands now. And he's given that some treatment. That should probably go to the rope. It will go to the rope. Straight out of the middle. It was a nice stroke. Just beat the fielder sitting in there at mid-wicket. And the long on had to run a long way around there. Could not cut it off. 4 more runs on the board. Valuable runs. Again, it was that shorter ball that sticks in the pitch. And this time, Rishi Botani was waiting for it. They split the field. Hamza Iqbal in again. Short again. It's top edge this time. It's going to beat all the field again. Is it going to run all the way? I don't think so. That's a very long boundary. Didn't get all of it this time, so they get 3 for 2. Well run. One didn't come out of the middle just quite as nicely as the delivery before, but managed to split the gap between bowler and mid-off. Full this time. Oh, he almost cleaned up his own player there. Ian Gadhanga had to take some evasive action. He did, and they get 3 for the single. Hamza Iqbal at the moment, tempting fate. Bowls a full toss to a man that has hit him for 4 already this over, but got away with it, just the single. Brings Ian Gadhanka back on strike. He's on 3. Short. He's wound up on that one. There's no fielder out there. That is going to run away to the boundary. I think it's slowing up. It's slowing up. It's so spongy out there. It's not going to get to the boundary. And they get 3 for 2. And there's some spongy field out there. Extra cover. Deep extra cover. That just plugged like a golf shot. Aggressive shot there from mine. We haven't seen too much of that late at the beginning. Wait, again. Shuffling of the field while the bowler's running in. Umpire Ali says no. Get your field set first, boys, and then have a bowl. And they now look like they are set. Hamza Iqbal will continue. 2 balls remaining in his second over. That's a good delivery. Gets the dot ball. Good line and length there. That's the line and length that Hamza Iqbal is looking to bowl. More field changes, pushing long on back onto the rope. Have a deep cover on the rope and a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. And that deep cover is going to do some work here. Long way away because it's more at extra cover. Picks it up. They just get the single out of that one. Well fielded. That's the end of the 10th over. The Hong Kong Islanders are 48 for 3. They require another 88 runs for victory. We're going to have a quick drinks break here after 10 overs. And we'll be back with all the action of the final 10 overs of this Caravel Under-13s T20 final very shortly. Welcome back to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Aaron Bush with you for the Caravel Under-13s T20 final. It is the New Territories Tigers versus the Hong Kong Islanders. The Islanders are chasing 136 for victory. 10 overs remain. They need another 88 runs in that 10 overs. They scored 48 in the first 10. It's going to be a big run chase if the Islanders can chase this down. They did in their previous meeting during the Caravel series. Total wasn't that big that day. It was 113. Here's 135, 136 for victory. A mountain too tall to climb. We will find out. 10 overs remain. Change of bowling from the commentary tent, and it is Veer Kunt bowling from the commentary tent, and we have Ian Gudhanka on strike. He's on 6. Here we go. Final 10 overs of the Caravel Under-13s T20 final. Veer to Ian. Well defended there. Not much footwork. Right on middle stump. Good start up there from Veer. I've seen many, would say. First deliveries from the boys today that strayed down leg, but that was a good delivery. Forced Ian to play. Gets the dot ball. Dot ball pressure from now on. All the Tigers need. As they say, they've got 48 runs on the board, the Islanders, but they need another 88. The same amount of overs. That one shaped back in onto the thigh pad. They get through for a very nice single there. Brings Batani back on strike. His strike rate at the moment is 100, 22 off 22. Opening the batting, doing his job, but that run rate now up to 9 per over. The strike rate will need to be around 150. Still wickets in hand, 7 wickets, 7 players in the sheds waiting to come in. These two have put together the best partnership of the team so far for the Islanders. 22 runs now. Right on the toes, good delivery from Veer Kunt there. Another dot ball, Yorker length. Not much that Batani could do with that one apart from chop it out, protect his wicket. Here in again. Very full floated. There's misfield there from Walker. That's might go all the way. I think he's going to cut it off and get back for 2. It's good news to see that Walker is back on the field. He's got an injured right hand, which is probably what affected that fielding there. You could see when he threw the ball, it stung. And that's the 50 runs up for the Hong Kong Islanders. They're 51 for 3. Need to get a wriggle on, get up to that 100 mark. Quick pace from here. And shape back in, shorter delivery. Just move James Walker out of mid-off so to protect that hand, and position he moved to, they hit it 2 again, so he had to fill that one left-handed with a sore right hand there. He's got a magnet on him at the moment. It's good to see him back out. You can see he's in a bit of pain. And this is the final. He's back out there with his teammates. Bia Kun. Swing and a miss. Outside off. Another dot ball. That is the end of the 11th over. The Hong Kong Islanders 52 for 3. They require another 85 runs for victory. That run rate now required getting a little tough for the Islanders. 9.4 off the last 9 overs. But with these two out in the middle, got the biggest partnership of the competition, of the Islanders batting so far. Not of this final. There was 2 big partnerships from the Tigers, both over 50 runs. And that's what Rishi Bhuttani and Ian Godhanka will be looking to do for the Islanders as well. Change of bowling for the Tigers from the softball ground end. Sajjad coming on. Adnan Sajjad for his first over. Rishi Bhuttani will be on strike. Still going at hundreds, 25 off 25. Got a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and a deep point in place on the ropes for Bhuttani, who has been starting to look a little aggressive after seeing off the first 10 overs. It's full. He got lucky there. Carney knows that he probably should have done a bit more with that full toss on his pads, but just a dot ball. Sajjad again. This one's a better delivery. I think it's come off the pad. There's a bit of bat in it. Yep, inside edge onto the pads. That was an appeal for LBW, but run on the board. And Godhanka now on strike. He's on 7. Been playing the supporting role, just rotating the strike when he can. They've only got the long on the boundary and that deep point. And they're just moving the deep mid wicket around a bit. It's in place now, and they brought that long on in. It's full again. It's pushed straight to mid on. There's a chance they're going to run. Direct hit would be interesting, but he gets through for the single. Rotates that stroke nicely. Getting the singles here, the Islanders, but they need more than that at the moment. That's into the pitch that time. Whipped around the corner. That'll go all the way to the boundary. That's what I said. They needed boundaries, and straight away Bhuttani brings up a boundary. Very nice stroke. Whipped it around the corner. It was far too fine for the deep square leg to get around to cut off. A shorter boundary down towards the commentary tent, and another boundary on the board for Bhuttani and the Islanders. It's full. It's wrapped him on the pad, I think, and no run. Good comeback ball there from Sajjad after being hit for 4. With that leg spin, he's aiming to sort of pitch it on leg, spin it back in. Occasionally, if it strays too far down the leg side, Bhuttani's going to be all over it. Oh, that's a great delivery, that one. Right in the block hole. Well chopped out by Bhuttani to get through for the single. Judd had his hands on his head. He's like, how did he get that one out? But he did. And that is the end of the 12th over. Hong Kong Islanders 59 for 3. requiring another 77 runs for victory. Keeping that required run rate somewhere in the 9 to 10 runs. You can see there on the worm, the Islanders are doing fine. There was some big hitting right at the end of the Tigers' innings. You can see that spike up at the end on the worm, but if there's wickets in hand and these two out there for the Islanders stay in place, can quite easily do the same. This partnership now up to 32. Change of bowling from the commentary tent, and Faizan Mohammed coming into the attack. He's been whipped away there. Oh, it was in the air, but that was hit very, very hard. Raced away to the boundary for 4. It was a full toss there from Faizan. It was a diving effort. It was in the air, but would have taken one of the greatest catches we've ever seen to take it. Unfortunately, didn't. Raced away to the boundary. Another 4. James Walker bowling from the softball ground end. He's being very brave. He's got a very sore right hand, but he's going to continue bowling with it and get some good spin there. They get the single. He's back from some audio issues, apologies. Well, we had the audio issues. Our effects mic got cleaned up, so you missed hearing that on the telecast. But we're back now. Walker bowling. And Gadhanka on strike. He's on 13. Floats this one up, spins back in, chops it out to mid-off. Scampers through. They might get an overthrow here. They will. More handy runs for the Islanders. Continue to teeter on that. 10 runs required per over, but keeping it just under at the moment, 9.7 now. Handy 2 there for Ian. Swing and a miss this time. Good dot ball. Floats this one up. This time it's beaten everything. They're going to scamper through for a bye. Just on the leg side, just missing the leg stump there. They get through for another run. This time gets bat on ball. Batani gets through for another single. 38 now off 34. That is the end of the 14th over. Hong Kong Islanders 75 for 3, requiring 62 for victory. 6 overs remaining. That run rate now just crept over the top of 10, 10.1.
Boys, 75 for 3 off 14, please. 75.
This partnership now between Rishi Batani and Ian Gadhanka is up to 48 off 46 deliveries. It's good. Is it going to be good enough? 6 overs remain. Viakunt back into the attack from the commentary tent end. Bowled just the 1 over so far, none for 4. Tidy. We're hoping for more of that. Spreading the field as much as they can. They've got a deep fine leg. And then actually moving the deep fine leg and deep third up a little bit off the rope. They've also got deep square leg, deep mid wicket. That's going out to those 2 players. Going to cut them in half. It's well dived. There we go. Stopped it. And there's a big confusion at the other end. That was close enough to the stumps. The batters stopped. The batters thought that was a 4 and they stopped running. And then when they realised it wasn't 4, realised they had to start running. And finally, and Gadhanka managed to scamper back to the non-striker's end. 2 runs on the board. 3 on the leg side now on the ropes, including a long on. And that's a big top edge. He's managed to pick the gap. Backward point picks it up. They get through for the single. Partnership. I missed it. It's up to 50 now. 51 in fact. After that 2. Just what the Islanders ordered. Full this time. Gets the toe of the bat. There's going to be a run out. Gone. Batani has gone. Run himself out. Batani said yes. Gadhanka said no. But the very dangerous Rishi Batani has got to go on 41. He's been out there from the beginning, opened the batting for the Islanders. A well-fought 41, but he's run himself out, and that's not what the Islanders needed. They were looking good. And then there was just the yes-no. Batani was halfway down the pitch, and the easiest of run-outs. It was well batted. Did his job for the team. Batani opening the batting. And that's the breakthrough that the New Territory Tigers desperately wanted. 51 run partnership broken. Bringing a new batter out to the crease. It is It's Hamza Khan coming out. He's at the non-striker's end. It's lofted in the air. There's no one sitting at mid-on though. Would have gone straight in their hands if there was, but everyone was back on the boundary. So they get through for the single. Brings Hamza Khan on strike to face his first delivery coming in. 4 wickets down. 5.2 overs remaining. Run rate required. Creeping towards 11 now. He bowled very well, Hamza Khan. See what he's got with the bat. Viakund just defends the first delivery. Another tidy over from Veer. It's chopped up in the air again. Safe again. Gets the single. That is the end of the 15th over. Hong Kong Islanders are 80 for 4, requiring another 56 runs for victory off 5 overs. Run rate required 11.2. Going to need some big hitting here from the young under-13s Hong Kong Islanders. This is the final of the Caravel under-13s T20 competition. The top 2 teams playing here. I mentioned earlier in the commentary, the Islanders managed to chase down the game they played against the Tigers in the round robin series. The Tigers only put 113 on the board that day. Today, big hitting, 135. So it's a big target for the Islanders to chase down. James Walker will continue from the softball ground end. His first over, none for 5. With that single to get off the mark, Hamza Khan is on strike again. More field shuffling. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, and what they got there? Deep cover and a deep point on the offside. And that's been towed straight down towards that long on position. It will get cut off, just the single. Very long boundary down there. Said it many a times when we commentate from Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. The lure of the softball ground 6 sucks a lot of players in, and that long on takes a lot of catches. Waited on that one. It's going to just be cut off. Yeah, cut off there by mid-off. Just the single. Very good job so far, the Tigers. Floats this one up. That's that long on I'm talking about. What did I say? Oh, it should have been caught. It could have been the end of Hamza Khan, but it was dropped. They get through for the single. Again, the lure of the long on softball ground. It's 4. It ran over the boundary after spilling. Oh, it's a double whammy for Walker and the Tigers there. Switching players now. Looks like Luke Burnett will go down to that long on position. He's a much straighter position than the previous player was there. That one's whipped around on the leg side very hard, but there's 2 players out there. Well fielded, got him body in front of it. Restricted it to a single. How costly may that catch be? Drop catch that be. Especially as it spilled for 4. More handy runs on the board for the Islanders. Tough catch down there at long on. It's coming long and hard and fast. Short into the pitch this time, gives Ian Gahanka a bit of time to have a look at it. Just punches it out to extra cover for a single. 8 off the over so far. 1 ball remaining. Full, wound up on it. It could be a catch this time. It's the same player. This time he gets the catch. It is Hamza Khan who's hit it straight to the same player who dropped him about 3 balls ago, and he gets the wicket. That's the 5th wicket to fall. Hong Kong Islanders 88 for 5. Viakund with the catch there. He was removed out of long on after he dropped Hamza Khan. And Hamza Khan's picked him out again 3 balls later. This time made no mistake. Young James Walker gets his wicket with his final delivery. Viekund gets redemption. And that is the end of the 16th over. Hong Kong Islanders 88 for 5, requiring another 48 runs for victory. Four overs remain. 48 runs required. 5 wickets in hand. Run rate required now, 12 and over. Faizan Mohammed to continue from the commentary tent end. Looks like Zaifa Iqbal has come out to the crease. He'll be at the non-strike at the end. Faizan opening with a wide there. Valuable run for the Islanders, not so for the Tigers. That's going to be wide as well. Still 4 overs remaining. Islanders creeping towards that 100 mark. It's a better delivery this time from Faizan. Chopped out there. From Aya. It's a yes, no again. Don't want to run themselves out again. Gets the dot ball. Slight breeze. Bit of cloud coming over. Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Let's just spice up these final 4 overs. Faizan Mohammed. Oh, swing and a miss this time. Just outside that off stump. Valuable dot ball. Pushes the run rate required back up well over 12, 12.6. Oh, he's got a big edge on that one. It's going to fly down to third man. Gets the single. Brings Iqbal on strike. Left-hander, looks like. Faizan's going to go around the wicket to the left-hander. Hear the cheers from the Tigers team. Wickets coming, wickets coming. And this Caravel under 13's T20 final is in the balance now. 3.5 overs remain. Shuffling the field again. Nobody on the ropes on the leg side for Iqbal. Everybody in close. I think everyone's inside the circle, to be honest. Full. Oh. Got the inside edge. That angle is pushed in. Started out. I thought it was starting outside off, but almost cleaned up the leg stump. Two balls remaining in the 17th. And now decided to put 2 on the rope behind square. Wrapped on the thigh pad. Going down leg. Another dot ball though. That's what counts. Keep pushing that required run rate up and up and up. Again, aiming down that leg side, but where Iqbal was batting, he just got the inside edge. Single to end the 17th over. Hong Kong Islanders 92 for 5, requiring another 44 runs for victory. That required run rate now up to 14.7. What can Iqbal Huzaifa and Ayan Gadhanka do for the Islanders now? Ending that big partnership between Ayan and Batani. The runs have stopped flowing. Tigers looking in the box seat at the moment to take the trophy. The Caravel Under-13's T20 final All-Stars Series. Adnan Sajjad coming on from the softball ground end. Left-handed Iqbal on strike, so he's going to go round the wicket with the leg spin. Floats it up there. Big swing and a miss. Oh, it's a drop catch, I think. It's hit very hard. Shaking it off there, Sajjad. Just the single. Hit straight back to him. It's a good ball. Floated it up. Iqbal lured into the stroke. Lofted. Just couldn't grasp it. That will bring Ayan Gadhanka on strike. He's on 19. Again, Tigers don't have their field in place when the bowler's ready to start. Lofted that in the air. It's going to be between two players. Probably just the single, you'd suggest, and it is. Tigers really putting the clamps on now. Keeping it to singles and dot balls. And that could be out. I think it is out. He's run out. Iqbal's got to go. The 6th wicket falls for the Islanders. All sorts of trouble now for the Hong Kong Islanders. They are 6 down for 94. It's called for the run again. And Gadhanka had taken off. Ayan made it through to the other end, but Iqbal did not. Direct hit. Umpire Niaz Ali puts the finger up. 6th wicket falls. Otis Lee coming out to the crease for the Hong Kong Islanders. Didn't have much luck with the ball. He bowled well and couldn't get the wickets. Now he's out there. A big job to do. Required run rate 16.8. He'll be at the non-strikers end as the batters crossed before Iqbal was run out, bringing Ayan Gadhanka back on strike. He's 20 off 34. Sort of a split field for Ayan. There's deep cover. Someone at a whitish deep mid-wicket. Everyone else sort of in the circle. Floats that one up, top edges it, just straight to mid-off. He could be run out as well if this hits. It does hit, and oh, he just got home. That was very close. Hit it straight to the mid-off fielder. I think that's Luke Burnett down there. He's hit the direct hit again, but Ayan scampers through, gets the single on the board and brings Otis Lee on strike to face his first delivery. 14 balls, no, 20 balls remaining. No, 14 balls remaining. Oh, he's got that inside edge under that one. Again, direct hit. Again, not out. Tell you what, the Tigers' fielding has been impressive. That's the 3rd direct hit of this innings. They're all side on. And Otis Lee gets off the mark. Brings Ayan Gadhanka back on strike. Been out there for 35 balls now. He'll have to take the lead with just 11 balls remaining. Ken got an inside edge. Oh, they might go all the way to the boundary. It was a misfield there. They're going to get at least 2. Is Lee going to come back for a 3rd? He's trying. He's coming. He's coming. Ayan Gadhanka knew nothing about it. He was just sitting there ready, happy for 2. Otis Lee had run 3 before Ayan had even turned around. And they get 3 for 3. Well run. That is the end of the 18th over. Hong Kong Islanders 99 for 6. 2 overs remain, 12 balls, 37 deliveries, 37 runs required, I should say. So that's 18.5 per over. A huge task for these two out there in the middle for the Islanders.
Lads, 99 for 6 off 18, please. Boys. This sheet. 99 for 6 off 18.
You can hear the score through the effects mic. I'm just updating the manual scoreboard here so the batters and the bowlers out in the field know where we're at. We know because it's up on the screen. 99 for 6, need another 37. 12 balls remaining. Luke Burnett coming back into the attack from the commentary tent end. It'll be his final over. He's bowled well today. 2 overs, 1 for 5. Iron on strike on 24. Gives himself some room. He smashed it straight back. Don't think Luke got any hand on that one. The question's being asked. It's out. He did get a hand on it. The under-13s Tigers team just got a lesson from umpire Sheldon de Cruz. You need to appeal. As soon as they appealed, he gave it out. Got a hand down there, fell down onto the stumps. Otis Lee has to go in the most tragic of circumstances. Run out when it's hit straight back. Backing up well, but has to go. Another wicket falls for the Islanders. They're now 7 down. Krish Karundia coming out to the crease at the non-striker's end for the Islanders. He bowled very well. Now, his team's in a bit of strife. 11 balls remaining. Burnett in again. Karundia just running. He was running. Krish was off like a jackrabbit. Again, Iron didn't see it. It's wide. They get an extra run. It's good running. Iron wasn't paying a lot of attention. And that's the 100 runs up for the Hong Kong Islanders. 101 for 7. Need 35 with, what have we got, 11 balls remaining? 19 and over, that is. Looks like Krish is in the mood to try to win this. He was off very quickly. He wanted the strike. Gives himself some room. Gives it a big heave, but they've got players out there. Well fielded. Kept it to a single. Faizan Mohammed there doing the fielding. Was hit very hard. Got down, made sure that his body was behind it so that it wasn't going to go to the boundary. Brings Ian Gadhunka back on strike. Again, he gives himself some room. Could be a run out. There's definitely a run out. It's just a decision on who's going to be sacrificed. It will be Ian Gadhunka this time who has to go. He's out for 24. Again, Krish Karundia was off. He wanted the run. Ian did not see him and was stationary. When he sacrificed himself, Krish Karundia will be on strike as they did cross. Bihan Upati coming out to the crease to join him at the non-striker's end. Krish knows what he needs to do here. He's going to try to hit big, is the plan. 34 runs required. It's full. He's given it some, but it's going to go straight to mid-off, and they'll get through for the single. Tigers keeping it to singles and dots and run-outs. That's all they need to do to get this trophy. The Caravel All-Stars under 13's T20 final. New Territories Tigers won the toss. They elected to bat, and they put a huge total on 135. It's been a tough chase down for the Islanders. It's going to be called wide, running again. Another chance of a run out if it hits. That's out, another run out. Another wicket falls. Again, just an indecision between batters there. One is running, one was staying, and then by the time it's taken off, he's going to get run out. 9 wickets down now. The Tigers just require one more wicket to win this Caravel All-Stars Series. Chris Garundia on strike, Luke Burnett with the ball. 8 balls remain. We're going to have a little mid-wicket conference. Mohamed Essa coming out at number 11 for the Islanders. I think the chat there between Chris and Essa would have been start running as soon as I either hit it or it goes past me. Burnett. This time they can't run. Well kept there by Rao. Get another dot ball. 7 balls remain. Starting to get into impossible territory for the Islanders. The Tigers know that. 7 balls. Still require 33 runs. Some power hitting at the end of the Tigers innings. Really put the runs on the board. Good decision here from the bowler. Luke Burnett is telling everybody to come in. Do not give them a single. They don't want Krish on strike for the final over. Burnett to Krish. Bob's the perfect delivery. Wide outside off. Somebody's going to be run out. That's the end of the game. The Tigers, the New Territories Tigers, win the Caravel All-Stars Under 13 final. Bowling, Hong Kong Islanders all out for 104. They needed 136 for victory. The Hong Kong Islanders all out for 104. The Tigers are victors here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. After losing to the Islanders in the round robin series, the New Territories Tigers have exacted revenge in the Caravel All-Stars Series, winning the final and in the end doing it quite comfortably. That 135 on the board, as we said, a big total. The Islanders just couldn't get there. 104 for 10 in the end. We will run through the batting card for the Hong Kong Islanders. Opening the batting today, Rishi Bhuttani and Abir. Abir didn't last very long. He was out for a duck and bowled by Haider. But Bhuttani was out there for quite some time until he was eventually run out for 41. True to Talia came in at number 3. He didn't trouble the scorers either, out for a duck after he was bowled by Pereira. Ali was caught by Walker off the bowling of Burnett for 6. Ian Goodhunker was out there for a good time and a long time, did well, 24 off 38, till he was eventually run out in that series of run-outs at the end of this innings. Hamza Khan was caught by Veer off the bowling of Walker for 7, and then we get into all the run-outs. Iqbal Zaifa run out for 2. Otis Lee run out for 1. Krish Karundia was not out on 2. Upande was run out for none. He was actually out for a diamond duck in the end. And at the end, Mohamed Essa was run out for also a diamond duck. That's the end. 104 runs on the board. We'll run through the bowling card now. And Victoria's New Territories Tigers bowling card. Opening the bowling was Haider. He bowled 3 overs, got 1 wicket for 17. Pereira, 3 overs, 1 wicket for 10. Burnett, 3 overs, 1 wicket for 10. Hamza Iqbal, 2 overs, none for 16. Bir Kunt, 2 overs, none for 9. Adnan Sajja, 2 overs, none for 14. Faizan Muhammad, 2 overs, none for 13. And Walker, 2 overs, 1 for 13. As you can see there, just 4 wickets coming to the bowlers. The rest were run-outs. Good fielding there from the Tigers. They become the victors today of the Caravel All-Stars Series from Ting Kwong Road. Congratulations to the victors, New Territories Tigers. Commiserations to the Hong Kong Islanders. That's it from our coverage here at Ting Kwong Road for the Caravel All-Stars Under 13s T20 final.